and welcome to Hideaway Homestead. We've got in front of us here a hidden food source. We just think it's so exciting that anybody driving down the road behind us here would not recognize the value of this food source. And I'm not talking about the bamboo, though I think you can eat parts of that plant also, but something else. Have you spotted it? Let's walk closer and show you what we've got. Yet, after we show it to you, you're going to be able to spot it easily, probably, but we just think that the passerby is not going to be able to see these pigeon peas. These pods grow a pea that is, we are told, very high in protein, and we have been picking off of these. You see the pods in here. When they are full, like this, then we just shell them and cook them from that state. To me, they taste like a mixture of black-eyed peas, fresh black-eyed peas, and maybe a lima bean. It's a little bit greenier than a black-eyed pea, fresh black-eyed pea flavor. But look at these bushes. We've been picking off of this bush for over a month now. We've gotten enough peas each week for a full meal or two for the two of us off of just these few bushes. We've got to plant some more. I've already put some new seeds in the ground because we just think this is fabulous. They also have dried pods on here, something like this. You can tell this one is pretty dry, and if you listen to it, they even crackle sometimes. What we do with these, they're a lot easier to shell, but these then can be used to replant, or we make sure they're very dry, and then we save them for dry peas that we can cook later on after the fresh ones are no longer producing. But this is the first year that we have had this long of a harvest from our pigeon peas, and we're just so excited about it. We're eating them, and yet they keep producing. Notice that these pods I was showing you earlier are a brown exterior, and then these, from the same batch of seeds that I got, are green on the outside. But when we shell these, you'll see that they look just like the brown ones on the inside. So we're mixing them up when we cook them and having a little bit of brown exterior and green exterior, and it doesn't make any difference in the flavor. David the Good has talked about how nutritious these are. Other websites talk about the protein value. It's hard to get protein value on the homestead from plants, but this is a good idea for something that you can get good protein from. The other thing that we have heard is that these are nitrogen-fixing plants. That means that they add nitrogen to the ground. So he suggests using these for chop and drop to help fertilize and add nitrogen to your soil in your garden or for other plants that need it. So they're an excellent fertilizer source as well as being a food source. We usually just boil these like we would black-eyed peas, and then add some seasoning, some ham or bacon or something like that, and they're very good. Kevin especially really likes them. We'll get pea picking Kevin to work over here and see how many we can get off of these few bushes today.
Yeah. I wanted to point out also, whenever we pick these, we've developed a method for knowing when they're ready to pick or not. And the way we do it is we squeeze the little peas inside the pod. If they feel sort of solid and hard, they're ready. If they feel soft, like a pillowy thing feel or something like this one is, then they're not quite ready yet. So we sort of just figured that out on our own. So when we pick them, we just go through here and squeeze them to see if they're ready. Some of them are and some of them aren't. And then whenever they're hard like that, then we pick them. Also, they will start to turn colors after they've been on here for a while. I don't know if you can see it, but these are starting to get a little bit white and yellowy looking instead of green. They're starting to fade, so after that, then they turn brown and they end up sounding like little rattles when they dry out on the bush. We always comment about how they rattle. We'll go through and see how many rattlers we can find. Anyway, but there's a few of these in here. Here's one that's drying up. You can see the bottom half of it's turning brown, and this part's still yellowy and green, but it's definitely ready to go. So we'll take that one.
We have a very still day today, expecting storms in a short while, so the wind's not blowing these, but on a windy day you can actually hear that rattle. It's funny.
Yeah.
Look at this big cluster. All those just together. I love it.
It's off of one limb.
Yeah.
All those are
just
growing
one
on one little limb right here.
It's weighted down with them.
Yeah, it's full.
There's a big fat one.
Yep. There's another one. Those are ready. There's a rattle. Well, thanks for joining us today here on Hideaway Homestead. We got a pretty good picking today, actually. This is what we got today. And we may have some at home that we can add these to, make a pretty good meal out of it. We like these things. They're pretty good. If you live in the Central Florida area, leave us a comment in the comments section, and we'll send you some seeds. We've got lots of these things, so we have plenty that we can share. So if you need some and would like to plant some in your hidden food for us, let us know, and we'll send you some seeds. We wanted to point out also, these seeds can't be found usually in your big box store, so you're not going to be able to run down to Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever you get your seeds from and find these. You have to find somebody that has them and is growing them, so if you'll let us know, we can send some to you. We'd be happy to share with you. Thanks for joining us today here on Hideaway Homestead. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner, leave us comments, and if you have friends and family that would be interested in what we're doing, it would help our channel a whole lot if you would send our information to them also and have them to subscribe and watch our videos as well. So until next time, thanks for joining us here on Hideaway Homestead.